Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of our Let's Play for Farming Simulator 22 as we continue our tribute run here, and now with the Precision Farming DLC. And it is time to fast forward to the next month and harvest our cotton. Yeah, ready to get to November. Nothing else for us to do. We finished a bunch of contracts, got a bunch of money. Still got to buy that sprayer, but we're going to be waiting until probably March or April for that. All right, so there's our cotton all nice and ready to harvest. Let's grab our money back and grab our cotton harvester. Ooh, look at there, nice crepe harvester ready to pick up on the wrong map again. I love that. And a forage wagon that we need on 2 other maps. Again, wrong map. Thanks, game. Thank you. It's okay. Cotton harvester. Let's grab again. We're gonna keep with the case. Another reason why we don't want to go with the John Deere. I discovered this doing a contract on the Swiss map recently. Whereas the case, you can at any point in time, you can cut off a bale and spit it out, and you're good to go. On the John Deere, it wraps it in increments. I think 2,500 increments or something like that. And so if you're short of an increment, you actually have cotton left in the harvester, and it's stuck there. So we don't want this one until we can buy it, unfortunately, because we don't want cotton left over from one harvest to the next, because when we turn it back in, we're going to lose that cotton. So we're going to be sticking with the case for quite some time, unfortunately. Would love to get to the John Deere at some point, and we will, just not time yet. How much more is it to add the GPS to the lease? 25.5. It's like $800. Why not? We might play around with it. Oh, I don't want to buy it. I'm glad I don't have enough money for it. That would have been awkward. No, we're going to lease this bad boy. And let's go. Already got our cotton trailer that we bought, so it's sitting there ready and waiting for us. This thing's so slow. Would this thing fit on a low loader? It's pretty wide. I mean, I feel like it I actually don't know. Is there a low loader that would support this thing? I mean, it might hang off a little bit, but it still might work. But that might be something, a way to get one of those guys transported around quicker, if you were going to do that. Obviously, in our case, it's not that big a deal. Well, just kind of a curious thought there for a moment. I suppose it would depend on how bad it would be that 2 of the tires would be hanging off on each side, most likely. Let me get my worker to do a header for us while I go grab the trailer. And then I can probably take over for the actual driving if we get the other thing set up properly. Alright, you're doing that. Let's go get our trailer. Probably had an opportunity to bring that back a long time ago and I just kind of forgot about it. crop did you put on there? Oh, nothing. Cultivated, ready to go. Those are all just weeds, huh? All right. I figured the weeds would be a little bit more sporadic with the precision farming installed. But maybe that's just if you actually plant crop. Maybe if there's no crop there, it'll just grow weeds everywhere. Not sure. He's already done more of a header than I meant for him too, but that's all right. We'll take over here momentarily. We'll definitely have plenty of room to turn around. All right, let's get this going here. So if we go, turn on the guidance steering. Why did that not work? Okay. Still missing something. Okay, first off, we want to do the auto width. Next, we want to show the lines. That's already there. Probably need to raise the lines a little bit. And we'll do... Oh, I'm going to ignore that, but... Well, I guess I can name this one as a... What is this? What size machinery is this? 6 meters. So 6 meter cotton. And we'll add this just as another option. So we'll select that. Just like that way, if we need to, if we have another 6 meter vehicle, we can just grab that. It should be the exact same, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. And like I said, I want to do A plus heading. So if we do Y, why are you not going? Y. This would be, I think, 90. All right, there we go. We are running, right? Yes. So then we just turn on X and go. One of these days I'll get this all muscle memoried out. Someday. Guess I could be doing another contract while we're doing this. One good thing about having this cruise control going is that, or steering controls, I can actually tab over, look at stuff, and as long as I come back, it actually should stop by the time we get to the end of the row anyway, so it's kind of a double positive. We do have harvesting. Sugar beets, don't want that. Corn. Cotton, there is a cotton. Ooh, that's a good cotton harvester too. Well, no, that's not a good one because we don't want the green one. We don't want the John Deere one because that could also mess it up. Oh, did you not? We don't have it set up to stop. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to go ahead and do a header. We'll probably accept that other cotton harvesting contract and just not borrow equipment. Which is okay. So looks like we want to do this line here, even though it's a small line. We'll get this one done. Oh, you're not turning very well. There you go. Alright, so we'll get this line done and we'll go from there. Let's come back over here. So we do want to accept you. That's a really good cotton contract. And it's more profit for us because we turn it all the way up into clothing. Any other contracts that are worth it? I mean, if we were into corn, there's some good corn contracts apparently. Sunflowers too. Hey, there's another one. And this one we could borrow equipment for. Couldn't use it on our own field, but that's okay. Soybean contract. It's not worth a lot, though. Probably not even worth our time, to be perfectly honest. Alright, so let's turn you around. Engage, autopilot, go. Alright, so if we're not going to do any more harvesting contracts, that's okay. We're not going to do the baling. I don't want to really do the fertilizing right now. I mean, we can do... We don't... That's right, we don't have the device for that right now. We got rid of it. Start doing some plowing ones. I don't know. Honestly, between the two cottons, we'll be fine. I'm actually going to turn the worker on here so I can get over here and get you set up. Does not matter which one we start with because you can be doing both. So we'll just do 34 since it's close. Oh, the only problem here would be if they don't turn it all into the same place. Just realized that. Where all do they turn in at? They all turn into my place. We're set. No, it's the Johnson's Farmers Market. What may happen is we might do 30. And just deliver all of 30 and see if we can keep all of 34 for ourselves. So let's start with 30 then. I have a feeling we're going to be a little bit short though. And if we end up just selling a bunch of cotton, that's fine. It's not ideal, because again, we make a lot of money if we can keep it, but I was hoping both these contracts would be for our thing anyway, because then it just adds to our list, even though it's a contract one, as we've seen multiple times before, which is really nice. Wonder how true to that line that I set up the AI sticks to. This is a very large field. More than likely we're going to want to come over here and help with ours. Well, I say that. Actually, we won't, because then we'll go over the hour on the lease, and we don't want to do that. So no, this is it. Maybe I should have borrowed the John Deere after all. And just dealt with the negatives. I don't know. I'm not sure if that would have been worth it or not. I guess we could have used the John Deere up to like filling a certain point, and then finished off with the case after that. Something like that. Oh, I did not turn the worker on. Oh, that was silly. That's alright. Turn you on. Oh, not that. Turn you on. And cruise control. Not the greatest harvest, as you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. We're definitely getting that light green, yellowish, kind of light orange route. So right there in the, that's probably what, 80% yield. If it's 50 to 125, I'm sure right in the middle is about 80, something like that. So that's not great. This might actually slow me down. I might end up having to pay the extra lease anyway. I was hoping it would be faster, but we'll see. It's a bit more overlap than I would normally do. It notified me we were getting to the end, but it didn't stop. I must not have it turned on. Still, it works. It's doing the job. I'm not sure if it's faster, but it's definitely saving us a little bit of money. I will say, looking at the map here, I'm going to come back over to this map just because it's going to show us a little bit more. I mean, we can see that this pattern goes through here, right? So whatever soil type is light green here is turning yellow here. Yeah, and this kind of light green here turns dark green here. I guess it's probably just the different crops behaving differently with the different types of soil. Which probably means that, you know, maybe this needed to be seeded more on one or the other, or maybe the fertilization wasn't quite right, or who knows. We'll know once we actually do the scan, but it's hard to kind of predict just from looking at it. I do think that's where the soil types are different. I think that I think is pretty much obvious, but what that actually means, we'll know once we do the scan. Which, truth be told, we could start doing the scan right now. You know, I'm going to turn you on autopilot. Did that work? Nope. Why is the worker not going? Oh, because I had the worker can't use the guidance. Interesting. Well, that's good to know. All right, we're going to turn the worker on for this because I'm actually going to grab, not you, I'm going to grab my tractor. And we're going to go grab the little device. And we're going to start measuring some of these fields. or kind of testing some of these fields. How much total do we need to drop off between the two contracts? We need to drop off 24, basically 34,000 liters. We'll have to see how we can make that. I mean, that's one full bale of 20,000 liters, right? And then a 14,000 liter bale. I think we can make that happen between our fields and theirs, and then just keep whatever's left over after that. I think it'll work. And technically, it's 100 liters more on each contract, but I think that should be fine. All right, let's grab this device. What's under the miscellaneous? We want this thing. We're going to lease it. I don't think we have to do it more than once. And if we do, I think it's like far enough apart as far as time-wise that... Wait, how does this hook up? I thought it hooked up to one of these, to our tractor. Okay, it does. I was going to say, I think it does, but it didn't really look like a hookup when I actually grabbed it. So yeah, X to take soil sample. Unfold, lower, take soil sample. And I think it does like a big circle. So we'll kind of start on one side of one of our fields and work our way across. Assuming it works the same way as it did in 19, which I'm not sure if there's a reason why it wouldn't. And I think it'll actually overlap. So if I do it on the edge of, say, 48, one of our soybean fields, it technically should overlap into the cotton field. Because just because there's a line there doesn't mean the soil type suddenly changed. But we're going to start over here in this top corner here. We're going to unfold. We'll start over here somewhere. I'm not sure how big the circle is. Oh, never mind. I can see the circle size. Perfect. Not sure exactly the best way to do this. Probably two side-by-sides and then like right down the middle maybe, or just honestly just two side-by-sides probably is fine. Lower take. Is that it? Does it take it? Or okay, there it goes. There, now it took it. So we'll just swing up this way. And we'll just kind of get to the edge of this one. Oh, we got it. Can we take them all? Yeah, we can take more than one. Okay, good. There's probably a more efficient way to do this, but this works. I mean, probably the most efficient is to go all the way to the edge and then do the gaps in the middle, but it doesn't take that long one way or the other. I think it costs us money to send these off too, though, so something to consider. Be able to do this in the cotton field, I think. Right here on the edge. Is it going to mess up our crop? I'm actually not sure what will happen. I guess I'm kind of curious, so I'm going to try it here. No, looks like we're fine. I mean, this is a process. We got, it's going to take us a little bit to get through all the fields this way, but in the end, it should be worth it. Move our cotton harvester over to the other field. Could just be perception, but I do feel like we're getting a lot less cotton. I mean, we do have two or three less rows over here. That's one part, but also just I think generally the lower yields is definitely. It looks like it's it's there. We're definitely getting lower yields, I think. All right, keep on keeping on. I could probably swing down a little bit. Try and make it slightly more efficient. Poor guy, you're so confused by the shape of this field. I should be able to get the rest of that. So what are we doing? We are just got to do this other field, and then we'll go over to the cotton one, and then that's good for now, at least. Of course, if we buy another field, we'll need this again, but it's not that expensive, to be fair. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this stuff soil sampled, and we'll come back next episode ready to turn in our cotton contracts, stuff like that, probably, or at least be further along with those, and then kind of look at the soil analysis. But I do appreciate you guys watching. May God bless you, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye. I wanted to give a special shout out to the following channel members. Thank you so much for supporting the channel.